Hello, students. Let's get back to work. Remember, this is assignment for Unit 8.4.12. Make sure you have that on your paper. And the name of this activity is Passing on the Trail. It's the second one in the assignment. By now, you should have already tried on your own and read the problem. And I'm not here to teach you the problem, but I'm here so you can check your work. And maybe I can explain a little more if you need some help. All right, let's read the problem together very quickly. There is a hiking trail near the town where Han and Jada live that starts at a parking lot and ends at a lake. Han and Jada both decide to hike from the parking lot to the lake and back, but they start their hikes at different times. And the time that Han reaches the lake and starts to turn back, Jada is 0.6 miles away from the parking lot and hiking at a constant speed of 3.2 miles per hour toward the lake. Question number 1, when t equals 0, where is Han and where is Jada? Okay, question number 1 can be answered from the given information. They tell you that at the time that Han reaches the lake and starts to turn back, Jada is 6 miles away from the parking lot. So actually that's going to be our t equals 0. And if you like, it can be kind of fun to draw a picture. So I'm going to draw Han as a cucumber. There's Han, he's a cucumber. And I'm going to draw Jada. Nobody said they had to be people, right? Let me draw Jada as a strawberry. I don't know why. That's supposed to be a strawberry, but it doesn't look like it. There we go, strawberry. Okay, so Jada is 0.6 miles from the parking lot. And I'm going to just label that to give you a visual. And then Han, he's all the way over here at the lake. Now you need to type your answer in, but to help you, I'm going to write it on my page. So where are they? Use a number if you can. Jada is 0.6 miles. Make sure you say miles from the parking lot. And Han is at the lake. He's just about to turn around. Okay, now what are they asking next? Let's go see. It says for times shortly after 0, is D decreasing or increasing for Han? Is D decreasing or increasing for Jada? Oh, you know what? I forgot something. Before that, there's more information. I better read this first, otherwise it won't make sense. At the time that Han reaches the lake and starts to turn back, Jada is 0.6 miles away from the parking lot. We showed that. And hiking at a constant speed of 3.2 miles per hour toward the lake. Han's distance from the parking lot, here's the more information. Han's distance from the parking lot can be expressed as D equals negative 2.4 t plus 4.8, where t represents the time in hours since he left. Okay, so you might want to write that down in your notes right now. This is for Han. For Han, D equals, that's his distance from the parking lot. D, distance from the parking lot, equals negative 2.4 t plus 4.8. That's the information we have for Han. Now for Jada, we better write down her information too, right? She starts at D equals 0.6 because she's 0.6 miles away from the parking lot. So that's what that means, D equals 0.6. And Jada has a speed of 3.2 miles per hour. I'm I'm just gonna put miles per hour like that. Okay, now the question is number 2 on my screen. For times shortly after 0. After 0, t equals 0, and then 1 second later, is the distance d decreasing or increasing for Han? And is d decreasing or increasing for Jada? Okay, well, for Jada, she is walking. Go ahead and look at my screen and I'll draw an arrow. It said Jada is walking towards the lake. So her D is going to be increasing. She's going towards the lake. And then for Han, the cucumber, he's going to turn around and go towards the parking lot because he's turning back. So if D starts at the parking lot, then you can see Jada's distance is increasing and Han's distance is decreasing. You can also see that by looking at the equation because of this negative 2.4t. If it's negative, then every time t gets greater, you're going to have less distance because this negative number gets larger and larger. Okay, you must answer that in your slides. Jada's distance is increasing, Han's distance is decreasing. Now, create 2 tables to show how you know that the distance. So we've already been given Han's equation. Use substitution and complete the table. You already know how to do that. Substitute in the time for t. So here t equals 0. Now do the math and get the distance. Here t equals 1. So substitute in t equals 1. Do the math and get the distance, and so on and so on. But what about for Jada? We don't have an equation. Well, if she starts at 0.6, let me give you a hint. If she starts at 0.6 miles from the parking lot, then you know at time equals 0, she's 0.6 miles from the parking lot. And then when time equals 1 hour, it must be 0.6 plus the speed of 3.2 miles per hour. So that's 3.2 times 1 hour. And the same thing for number 2. By the way, I expect you guys to do the math. Don't just copy me. You'll do the math and you're going to report the number in your answer. Okay? Let's keep going. What is an equation for Jada's distance from the parking lot as she heads towards the lake? Okay, what is an equation? Well, you should be able to get that from this. Look at the math that I wrote. How did this change from here to here? Hopefully you can see that this is the time. 1 hour, 2 hours, and it would keep going. 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. And this equals her D. Distance equals 0.6 plus 3.2 times time. I'm going to type that in. I want you to make sure you understand this. So you're checking your work. If you did not get this, you need to go back and figure out what you missed so that you can understand it. Number 5. Draw both graphs, one representing Han's equation and one representing Jada's equation. Okay, I'm going to let you work on that and then answer the questions. Remember that at time equals 0, I'll just put a little point on here. At time equals 0, Jada is 0.6 miles away. And And at time equals 0, Han is 4.8 miles away. There we go. So Jada's like, whoop, going to the lake, and Han's like, whoop. I didn't draw that accurately. You have to draw that accurately and label everything. Good luck.